Hi, PYP6. This time it's Magic School Bus Inside the Earth. We're going to read this today. I'm going to try to read it in one whole video, but if it turns out to be taking too long, then you might find the second half in another video. But we'll get started. Magic School Bus Inside the Earth. Okay, so I'm on this page. This is where it begins. So I think I'm just going to read the text in the paragraphs, and if I see something else that I find interesting, I'll read that too. In Miss Frizzle's class, we had been learning about animals' homes for almost a month. We were pretty tired of it, so everyone was happy when Miss Frizzle announced, "Today we start something new. We are going to study about our Earth," said Miss Frizzle. She put us to work writing reports about Earth science, and for homework, she said, each person must find a rock and bring it to school. But the next day, almost everyone had some excuse. "I couldn't find any rocks. I found one, but my dog ate it." "Your dog ate a rock?" And then Wanda over here says, "Where do rocks come from? Most of the solid part of the Earth is made of great masses of rock. The small rocks that we collect are just pieces that broke off from the huge masses." Only 4 people had done the homework, and Phil was the only one who had found a real rock. "I guess we'll have to go on a field trip and collect rocks," said Miss Frizzle. What Are Rocks Made Of? By Tim. Rocks are made of minerals. Sometimes you see tiny specks of different colors in a rock. Sometimes you see shiny specks. These different specks are the different minerals that make up the rock. You never know what will happen on a trip with Miss Frizzle. Her new dress was a trip in itself. At first, the old school bus wouldn't start, but finally, we were on our way. When we came to the field, all the kids wanted to get out of the bus, but suddenly the bus began to spin like a top. That sort of thing doesn't happen on most class trips. When the spinning finally stopped, some things had changed. We all had on new clothes. The bus had turned into a steam shovel. And there were shovels and picks for every kid in the class. "Start digging," yelled Miss Frizzle. And we began making a huge hole right in the middle of the field. The Earth's Crust by John. The outside of the Earth is a shell of hard rock and soil. The shell is called the Earth's crust. What is soil? By Flory. Soil is made of ground up rock mixed with clay, bits of dead leaves, sticks, and small pebbles. Without rock, there would be no soil for plants and trees to grow in. Before long, lunk, we hit rock, and Frizz handed out jackhammers. We began to break through the hard rock. "Hey, these rocks have stripes," said a kid. Miss Frizzle explained that each stripe was a different kind of rock. There Is Always Rock Under You by Shirley. Most of the rock in the Earth's crust is covered with soil or water, but if you dig deep enough, you will find the rock. Wherever you are standing or walking, let me go back and reread. Most of the rock in the Earth's crust is covered with soil or water, but if you dig deep enough, you will find the rock. Wherever you are standing or walking or floating on Earth, there is rock under you. Soil, rock, water, rock. So underneath all of the water in the ocean, there's still rock. I want to read this part right here where they're digging. Millions of years ago, these rocks were formed in layers. This tan rock is called sandstone. This gray stripe is shale. This white rock is limestone. Layers, like a cake. Don't try to eat it. We chipped off pieces of the rocks for our class rock collection. These rocks are called sedimentary rocks, class, said Miss Frizzle. There are often fossils in sedimentary rocks. How Rock Layers Were Formed by Molly. Millions of years ago, wind blew dust and sand into lakes and oceans. The dust and sand settled to the bottom in layers called sediment. Seashells formed layers of sediment too. Over time, the layers hardened into the sedimentary rock we see today. An Earth Science Word by Dorothy Ann. Sedimentary comes from a word that means to settle. Why There Are Fossils in Rock Layers by Phoebe. Sometimes a prehistoric plant or animal died and was buried in layers of mud, sand, or crushed shells. Then it turned to rock along with the layers. It became a fossil. Sandstone, I'm going to read all of the dialogue. It's interesting. Sandstone is made of grains of sand all pressed together. Shale is made of mud and clay all pressed together. Sandstone feels grainy. Ooh, we should add that word to our description poster. This shale has a fossil of a leaf in it. This limestone has a fossil of a seashell in it. That's because limestone is made of shells all pressed together. Millions of years ago, there was a sea here. Oh, I'm going to stop this recording because I think you're coming back from PE, but you can find the second recording and then keep going in the book.